I love every page of this book. So do you have like a favorite page?
I really like the page. There's kind of a page that reminds me of the first book when he takes off to when he goes off to destroy the kingdom again. I just like that he's not like angry, or he's just like, I guess I'm just gonna go and destroy the kingdom again. It's not he's not it doesn't look like he's going that fast. It's just something, he's a dragon. That's what they do. They destroy kingdoms. I really, really like that. I mean, the alphabet underwear is fantastic. And then my son Cole, I think I pointed this out, really likes this part where he's eating glue, because I suspect my son Cole, who Sir Cole is named after, might have eaten a little glue himself back in the day. You never know with that kid. But yeah, I'm just blown away all the time by what Pete does with these illustrations. I also like Cole's room. The real Cole would like a room like this with a basketball net in his room. Karen, do you have a basketball net in your room? I can't remember if you told me that or not.
Who?
Do you at home?
Me?
Do you have a? Yeah. Do you have?
I do not. I would love
something
to.
Like this?
I would love to have that room.
Yeah.
I mean,
I imagine your room looks a little like that, right?
A teeny bit.
Yeah.
Teeny bit. There are some similarities.
Okay.
Oh. Well, yeah, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah. You have a
now that I'm really looking at it.
You have a staircase like this in your bedroom?
I do. It goes up to my loft, whereas
Must be nice.
It's really
it's pretty great. Yeah.
But I love like the people going over the
bridge.
Oh
yeah. Yep.
So did you tell Pete that you wanted, did you give him?
I think you froze for a second, but I think I can intimate what you were asking. If I gave Pete any sort of recommendations on how to, or any advice on how to draw these guys, and I don't.
What he did you like what he did with it? Because I love the whole bridge. This is probably my favorite page.
It's pretty incredible, the 2-page spread. No, Pete and I have become friends in the couple of years it's taken to write these 2 books. And we have some other books that we're working on together as well. But even that, and we, occasionally text and speak on the phone, but never about this kind of stuff. Pete and our excellent editor, Maria Madugno at Random House, that they more or less have some kind of dialogue where they talk about the artwork. But I mean, to me, I just write like these silly things like scabbard smugglers or twin candy hoarders, and they're just words on a page. I mean, they're literally 2 ridiculous words on a page. And then Pete has the tough job of actually drawing scabbard smugglers, and I don't have any say. All I do is, once I see what Pete does, I tell him how great a job he did. That's my job in all this. And I'm just constantly blown away. I can't think of nothing's popping to mind of anything I necessarily had an issue with. He just always makes things 100 times. I mean, just the underwear dragon himself, those were just 2, again, ridiculous words I smashed together. And I had no idea what it would look like. And literally overnight, Pete emailed me, more or less this picture of the underwear dragon and made him this fully fleshed out, lovable character. It's one of the most amazing things of my job, getting to do this and getting to see Pete realize these ridiculous characters.
Well, on this page with all of the people.
Yes.
It's almost like, I think it's like you and Pete's mind were the same. It's almost like I could visualize you having the pictures first and then you writing the words.
Yeah.
Pictures, because everything is so perfect.
Well, I love that we have given that illusion. It'd be funny to sort of reverse engineer it that way, but no, that we, there's some other stuff that Pete and I have since worked on where we've talked beforehand a little bit more about the look of something. But for these, it's always just been, me and Pete and our editor Maria working together, and him just sort of doing what he does and imagining it. I might have some simple idea in my mind about what they look like, but I mean, Pete just, it's a whole different world. He's the best.
So with the first one, when we did your event, you knew you were writing this because I think you were writing it.
I think that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have it all in mind, like from start to finish, this one?
No, I mean, I think we thought about, what the next adventure would be for these characters. And I think we bandied around. I don't do a lot of things fantastically, but one of the few things I can do well is come up with a bunch of ideas. So I had a lot of ideas for, where these characters could kind of go next, and still do. But I think it was two different ideas. I think I had an idea about, now that Cole, since the first book is about Cole being an assistant and then becoming a knight, it sort of left an opening for like who was going to be Cole's assistant. So that was a kernel of an idea that I thought I could hang a book on. And then I also like this idea of thinking about doing a book, trying to teach kids how to read, or the importance of reading, or just using that as a theme. So I think we just kind of smashed together those two ideas in a way that I think works really, really well. I was really happy that the way this came out, but I'm sure, no, I didn't have it fully fleshed out. It was, it took some doing.
Was it easier doing this one than the first one?
It's a great question. I think it was probably harder, because I really loved the first one, just the way it came together. And to be honest, I mean, I'm not sure all writers are like this. I hadn't really thought about the world beyond the first book, or other characters, or who else was in the kingdom, or what any of those knights were necessarily doing after you shut the book, the first book. So that was really fun and really kind of daunting in its way, because for me, putting the book out in the world and getting some feedback from kids who enjoyed it, it was I didn't have any of that in my brain when I wrote the first book. I wasn't thinking about, I just was trying to kind of have fun. And now, I was thinking about, like, now there's going to be hopefully some kids looking forward to the next one. And so it has to be really great. And I knew it was going to come out, like, unlike the first one when I wrote it. So yeah, it was a little challenging, but in a good way. I hope that it pushed me to write an even better book.